Hello and welcome to Beatrice's Weekly Health Tips. Today I'm going to talk about electrolytes or minerals. What we call electrolytes are calcium, sodium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, etc. etc. These electrolytes are extremely important for the body's function. They are certainly in water or in every kind of liquid in the body. And they're surrounding our cells. So every single cell in the body, all around it, there's a liquid. And in that liquid, there's many things, of course, but one of the things that is very important to be there and in balance are electrolytes. We find electrolyte also in water that we drink, but that's the reason that I don't recommend to drink demineralized water, because we absolutely need the minerals that are in the water. You don't want to drink a water that is too mineralized either, otherwise you could fatigue the kidney function. For our cells to function properly, we need to have a balance between those minerals. The cells are exchanging messages, they communicate between them, and they need an electric charge for this communication. It's really like a little radio station. So the electric charge that is in between our cells is in part due to the balance of our electrolytes. Our electrolytes are also necessary for our adrenal function. The adrenals are little glands that are located on top of our kidneys, and they are the glands that help us manage stress. They respond to stress. I'll do a podcast on adrenal glands only. But you have to know that for your adrenals to function properly, we need to have the proper balance between those minerals. Also, electrolytes are very important to regulate the pH of our liquids, what we call the humors in hygiene, natural medicine, les humeurs en français. They help these liquids, so the blood, the lymph system, even the urine, the saliva, everything that is liquid, to be at a certain pH. And this is why it's so hard when I hear people, oh, I want to alkalinize, just to say, well, I need to eat fruits and vegetables, because it's not that simple at all. Of course, when you eat fruits and vegetables, you are bringing minerals that are going to help your body to be more alkaline. But it's not, again, a simple thing, and I will have to explain that another time. Just know for now that in order for these liquids in our body to be in balance, we need these electrolytes. We also have electrolytes inside some organs, like the digestive system. If the electrolytes in your colon are not in balance, then you may have constipation or you may have diarrhea. So what are the reasons why we're losing too many minerals, too many electrolytes? Well, first thing is sweat. If you sweat a lot, like you exercise, you're going to lose minerals. If you know very well that the sweat is very salty, so there is a lot of sodium that is excreted. If you have diarrhea, you're going to lose your minerals as well. But the minerals will change also if the air is too dry, or if it's in the tropical places, you will have more minerals. So these minerals are, by the magic of the function of the body, being adjusted according to what the body is experiencing. But for sure, you know very well that if you sweat a lot, you're going to be thirsty. If you have diarrhea, you're going to be thirsty. And the reflex that most people have is to drink water. Well, water is a good thing, but you have to be sure that you have minerals in that water. And most of the time, if you have been losing your electrolytes a lot, like sweating or diarrhea or disease, you're going to lack the minerals. So what I recommend is that in your water, you put a pinch of salt. If you are someone that exercises on a regular basis and sweats a lot, then you need to put a pinch of salt in every single bottle of water that you bring with you to the gym or wherever you go. So you're going to tell me, but these electrolyte waters, we can buy them in sports stores, in health food stores, etc. And that's what they're made for. That's their purpose, is to bring minerals. However, I don't think they're your best option, because these minerals are not the way Mother has intended them to be. They're not as in balance as if you would, for example, add a pinch of salt, or if you would drink some water extracted from the ocean. So I don't recommend those electrolyte sports drink, plus most of them sometimes have sugar, which is not a good thing. They have citric acid, and they have some potassium, phosphate, and brome. So all these additives are not your best friend, and you want to stay away from them. What can you drink instead? Well, water, like I said, plus salt. But you can certainly drink coconut oil, and you can certainly drink kombucha or water kefir. All these fermented beverages will bring not only minerals, but also, as you know, probiotics. The best way to remineralize, if you are demineralized, is through your diet. And beside water plus the minerals, we have, of course, vegetables. So vegetables can be consumed in many ways. You can make juices, like fresh juices, and that will bring a lot of minerals. You could also eat them as is, raw and cooked, and certainly ferment them. When you ferment your minerals, your vegetables, you are augmenting the content not only of minerals, but vitamins as well. It's very well known that, for example, sauerkraut has 10 times more vitamin C than the original cabbage that you used to make the sauerkraut. And it goes on for every single vegetable and fruits that you could ferment. Other source of minerals, and you knew I was going to say that if you knew me by now, is broth. You need the broth, and I made a podcast last time on broth versus stock, but either one, you need to have your broth and your stock to get your minerals, which you will have extracted from the bones. We don't extract a lot of minerals from these broths, but we do have some. And then another thing that you can do if you're really demineralized and you don't feel good at all, like very lethargic, is to take a bath. The body reabsorbs minerals through the skin. We lose them through the skin, but you can reabsorb them through the skin. So if you take a bath, and if you put Epsom salt in that bath, or if you put sea salt in that bath, you're going to help your body to remineralize. That's usually what I recommend when parents are worried about a kid that has a fever. The best thing to do for a fever is to put the kid in a bath that is 1 degree less than the body temperature of the child. Last thing, very important, I use it more and more. It's a supplement, and it's called Quinton. Quinton is mineral water that is issued from the north shores of France in a deep place where plankton are very specific. And when Dr. Quinton analyzed this water, he found out that these minerals were mimicking the minerals in our body. So it was called the Quinton plasma. And why is that? Because during World War I, when they were lacking blood and plasma for soldiers that were injured, they used this Quinton instead as intravenously to save people's lives. So I'm a big fan of this Quinton. It's not a cheap product. You have to buy it online, And you have to buy what we call the original Quinton. Don't buy any others. And there are two types. There are isotonic and hypertonic. The hypertonic is simply more concentrated than the isotonic. That's the only difference. Start with the isotonic and then move on with the hypertonic. And you'll see that you'll get a lot of benefits with this plasma Quinton. Okay, so this is an important tip. I hope that you will get benefits from that and try the recommendation that I have given you. And I look forward to talk to you next week. Bye-bye.